Hello everyone. Today we will discuss on impact, collision of elastic bodies. What is impact? The phenomenon of collision of two moving bodies where the active and reactive forces of very large magnitude acting during a very short interval of time is known as impact. So this impact is otherwise known as collision. The magnitude of forces and the duration of impact depends on various factors. So the first factor is the shapes of the bodies, second velocities of the bodies, and the third one the elastic properties of the bodies. Then we discuss line of impact. So see in this diagram, here we consider two different bodies having weight W1 and W2. Both are moving towards each other and collide with each other with different velocities. And the direction of velocities are given for W1 in this way and for W2 in this way. So if we consider the line that joins the center of the two bodies during collision. So this is the case which we consider during collision or during impact. So if the line that joins the center of the two bodies during collision, so the line is known as line of impact, right? So next we discuss about the types of impact. So the first type we discuss direct or central impact. So here we consider two different bodies having weight W1, W2, and these are the centers, and this W1 is moving with velocity V1 in this direction and W2 is moving in this direction, that is having velocity V2. So if the velocities of the two bodies before collision or impact lies in the line of impact, it means if we consider V1 and V2 lies along the line of impact, it is said to be the direct or central impact. So next we discuss about the indirect or oblique impact. So see, here we consider two different bodies W1 and W2 and both are moving towards each other with different velocities, that is V1 and V2. So the direction of the velocities, if we consider that doesn't lies along the line of impact. So if we consider the velocities of the two bodies before collision or impact do not lies along the line of impact, it is said to be indirect or oblique impact. So see, in case of direct impact, the direction of the velocities lies along the line of impact, but in case of indirect impact, the velocities doesn't lies on the line of impact. So next, again we discuss about the types of impacts, but this classification is based on according to the properties of the bodies. So according to the properties of the bodies, the impacts are classified as plastic impact, elastic impact, semi-elastic impact. So when we discuss about the plastic impact, so we consider two bodies are moving with the respective velocities, that is before collision. Then during collision, both are moving with the same velocities. And if this will continues after impact, then we can say the impact is said to be the plastic impact. So if after impact, the velocities of the two bodies remain same, or both the bodies are moving with the common velocity, then we can say the impact is to be plastic impact. So see, if the two bodies are moving with same velocity and in the same direction during or after impact, then the impact is said to be plastic impact. So here this W1 and W2 are moving with the same velocity after impact. Next we discuss about the elastic impact. So if the two bodies are moving with different velocities before collision and after collision, both the bodies are also moving with the different velocities. Then we can say the impact is said to be the elastic impact. So see here, after impact, this W1 body and W2 body are moving with velocity V1 and V2. So these two velocities are different. If we consider such type of condition, then the impact is said to be elastic impact. So this is after impact. But if after impact both the bodies are moving with the common velocity or the same velocity, then we can say the impact is to be plastic in nature. So remember, for plastic impact, both the bodies are moving with same velocity after the collision or after the impact. But in case of elastic impact, both the bodies are moving with different velocities. Next we discuss about the coefficient of restitution. So here we consider two different bodies having weight W1 and W2. Both are moving with initial velocities, that is U1 and U2, and this we consider the condition before impact. Then we consider both the bodies are colliding with each other. So if it is colliding with each other, so how this will possible? If we assume this U1 is greater than U2, the velocity of W1 is greater than the velocity of W2. So see, if it is the U1 is greater than U2, then we can say this W1 is approaching towards W2 and collide with that second body. So this is the case during the collision or during the impact. So during the impact it is moving with the velocity, let it be V. Now after collision or after impact, it means after impact, so there is a separation between the two bodies. So to separate from each other, the velocity of the second body must be greater than the velocity of the first body. So see here, the V2 is greater than V1. So as this velocity of second body is greater than the velocity of the first body, so this will moving, or this body is separated from this first body. The second body is separated from the first body. So now we have to find out the relative velocity between the two bodies, that is before impact and after impact. So before impact, if we consider what is the change in the velocity, so that is U1 minus U2, that is velocity of approach. So velocity of approach, that is U1 minus U2. Similarly, after impact we consider that is the velocity of separation, because after impact the two bodies are getting separated from each other. So that is velocity of separation is V2 minus V1. So here already we explained this U1 is greater than U2, and here after impact the velocity of second body, that is V2, is greater than V1. So the coefficient of restitution is defined as the ratio between the velocity of separation and the velocity of approach when two bodies undergoes the collision. So this coefficient of restitution is denoted as, it is expressed as E, small e. So small e is equal to V2 minus V1 by U1 minus U2, that is velocity of separation by velocity of approach. So the value of E varies from 0 to 1 according to the types of impact. So first we explain plastic impact. For plastic impact, the value of E should be 0. So how it will be 0? So we already discussed, in case of plastic impact, the two bodies are moving with the same velocity. If after impact the two bodies are moving with same velocity, see here we can say after impact this V1 is equal to V2, right? If V1 is equal to V2, so this total terms, this V2 minus V1 is what? V2, or you can say V2 minus V1 is equal to, or you can say V2 is equal to V1. So if V2 is equal to V1, so this term gets 0. So E equal to 0 by something is 0. So next is elastic impact. So in case of elastic impact, so here we consider after impact, in case of elastic impact, both the bodies are moving with different velocities. But here, in case of elastic impact, as the velocity of separation is equal to velocity of approach, so V2 minus V1 is equal to U1 minus U2. So in that case, the magnitude of E is equal to 1. So in case of semi-elastic impact, the value of E should lies in between 0 to 1.